Hello, I'm Neal Whittington. I'm back with financial news you can use with our very special guest via Skype, all the way from the great state of Massachusetts. We have Mr. Bret Leifer with us today of Bret Leifer Numismatics. Bret, welcome back. Can you still hear me okay?
Can hear you well.
Fantastic. Well, I just want to jump right back into the questions, Bret. Why is it that 98% of the U.S. population do not own any gold and silver?
Well, generally, it's never been on the radar screen. People eventually learn about stocks and bonds, and it usually takes them too long to learn about that also.
Sure.
Silver and gold haven't been used as currency in years. The last silver coin really was minted in '64, and gold hasn't been used as currency since the '30s.
Okay.
So unless someone's a coin collector, there's really no knowledge or indication where anyone would pick this up. It would be like somebody's knowledge about uranium.
Gotcha.
Just don't have any kind of opportunity.
No, that makes sense. So do you see that changing in the future?
Well, more people are buying gold. You can see all the ads on TV.
Right. Yeah, it seems really hot right now. So let me ask you this. Where do you see gold and silver prices headed in say, 1 year? Maybe give us your opinion on that, and then also 5 years, Bret.
Wow. You want me to predict the future, huh?
Absolutely. I know you have a crystal ball up there in Massachusetts.
Yeah, let me get the ball out here. I just think these prices will go higher.
Okay.
I don't really know. If silver was $38 in 2 years, it would not surprise me.
Okay.
If it were $65, it would not surprise me. If gold was $1,700 in 1 or 2 years, it would not surprise me.
Wow.
If gold went down $100 a year from now, I could understand that. That would surprise me.
Okay.
But I could understand how the forces would be trying to strengthen the dollar
Sure.
to make that happen. Those things could happen.
Right. Gotcha. So, Bret, with all the fraud, around us today in banking, investments, mortgages, I'm sure it's also so with numismatic and bullion coins. I'm sorry. We were joking about that earlier. Can you give us some tips on how to avoid getting ripped off when you're purchasing gold and silver?
Yeah.
And you touched on this a little bit earlier, but the second part of that question is, should we take delivery of these coins, or should we store them in a vault somewhere else?
I'll answer the second question first.
Okay.
I think you should always take delivery on the coins.
Okay.
Every once in a while, somebody opens their safe in Colorado and there's nothing in there but a pair of sneakers. And there's supposed to be $50 million worth of coins, silver and gold.
Sure.
The fraud part, it's very tricky. I'm a member of the PNG, which is Professional Numismatics Guild.
Okay.
We all have to have certain assets, and you have to be in business for, I think it's 5 years, but most of us have been in business over 20 years.
Okay.
That's probably a good start, a PNG member, Professional Numismatics Guild.
Okay.
Boy, it's like on TV, they sell, some dealers sell a quarter-ounce foreign coin for somewhere around $400, and the thing's worth like $230.
Oh, wow.
One of my customers told me that. I had no idea that was happening.
Yeah.
But, someone says, I want to buy gold, and you're offered these things. You should get another quote from somebody.
Okay.
That's probably your best insulation.
Okay.
But somebody could just open up a business and charge twice what something's worth, and you really wouldn't know.
Right. So always, I guess, just like with anything else, look around, get competitive quotes is the
please,
biggie.
because you can lose a lot of money.
Sure.
Bad.
It sounds like it.
Spending $20,000, $50,000, $70,000 just because they want to buy gold and silver.
Sure. Well, Bret, that really wraps up the questions that I have for you. Anything else you'd like to add, closing comments or anything like that?
Well, I've got a silver bar here.
Okay.
This weighs 8 pounds.
Okay.
and it's about, you can get some perspective. It's about 6 inches by 2 inches. This thing was $1,300 a few years ago,
Okay.
and I bought this yesterday for $3,450.
Wow.
That's what silver's done.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really amazing. It really is.
And how many years ago did you say it was just at 1,200?
A few years ago.
Okay.
Because silver last year, I think it was 18 or 20.
Okay.
And it's 34.50 right now. I mean, if anybody has any questions or wants some answers, I'm at coinguy.com or 800-331-COIN.
Okay. Repeat that one more time for us, Bret, and make sure everybody gets it.
Sure, it's 800-331-2646, which is coin, or coinguy.com.
Coinguy.com. And I was just told they're putting that up on the screen too.
Like the science guy.
Gotcha. Well, Bret, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to join us here via Skype. Wayne's going to be back here in just a couple minutes with closing comments for financial news you can use. Again, today we had Mr. Bret Leifer with us from Massachusetts. Bret Leifer, Numismatics. My name's Neal Whittington, and as I mentioned, Mr. Wayne Isaksen will be back in just a couple minutes after a few words from our sponsors.
Wow. I hope you will walk away with a better understanding of the silver and gold markets. Most of you probably think this is just a fantasy, but you will be wrong. I am constantly reminding people to buy some silver and hide it away. Don't be distracted into buying mining shares or be tempted to invest in the ETFs, SLV, or GLD. I have been reading predictions of silver going to $50. That's right around the corner, folks. Up to possibly $123, some up to $250, some up to $600, and I've even heard talk of $6,000 silver. One thing is certain, Silver and gold are going a lot higher. It is the one investment that will keep up and beat inflation. There are some great websites on the internet that will give you quite an education. I am going to post a list on my blog site with the recap of this show. Remember to do your due diligence. I invite you to submit any questions to me at wayneisaksen.com. The correct spelling should be listed at the bottom of the screen. If you missed last week's show, you can now view it anytime online at topicsdesign.tv. And the other shows are also listed there. Tune in next week for more interesting and sometimes shocking financial news you can use. We're going to be having a very special guest, Mr. Robbie Sutter of Carolina Green. Be safe, be aware, and most importantly, be informed.